Welcome back to my channel. In this video, you're gonna learn about ratios and proportion. But first, we need to discuss what is equivalent ratios. Equivalent ratios are two or more or two or three quantities in a ratio share a multiplicative relationship. This means that when quantity is changed, the other quantities will change proportionally. So what is equivalent ratios? Equivalent ratios is from the word equi. That means equal. Equal ratios. Two or three quantities. For example, we have here. Okay, let's take an example so that you can understand what is equivalent ratios. Okay, example. Alex has 8 bananas and then 16 apples. The question is, what is the ratio of the number of bananas to the number of apples? Okay, so in here, what is the ratio of the number of bananas? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 3 bananas to ratio na colon to number of apples. How many apples? That is 16. Or we can write that as 8 over 16. Okay. So that's it. 8 to 16. Next. We know that Alex has 8 bananas. 8 bananas and then 16 apples, right? But now, Alex wants to put 4 fruits in each box. So in here, so 4 fruits, we can put here 4 bananas, and then here 4 bananas also, so that equivalent to 8 bananas, and then here there are how many? We have 16, and then we will put 4 here for 4 apples. So we have 4 boxes, right? So 4 apples here, 4 apples. Now, so there are 16 apples. Now, the question is that, what is the ratio of the number of boxes? So in here, the question now is the number of boxes of banana. So in here, how many boxes? There are 1, 2. So there are 2 boxes of bananas. Next is the number of boxes of apples. Okay, so there are how many boxes? There are 4 boxes. So we have here 2, 2, 4. Next. Alex puts 8 fruits in each box. Okay. 8 box. So here, there are 8 bananas here. So meaning we need only 1 boxes or 1 box. So there are 8 bananas here, right? Next. In apple, how many boxes we need? Okay, very good. We have 2 boxes. So how many apples in here? There are 8 here and then 8 here. That is equivalent to 16. So what is the number of boxes of bananas? 1 box, 2, 1, 2. So there are 1, 2, 2. Next, let's take the above example that we have 8 bananas. Okay, here 8 bananas and then 16 apples, and then Alex divided by 4, and that is 2, 2, 4, and then he puts it in a box by 8, so that would be 1, 2, 2. Now, these three quantities share a multiplicative relationship. Let's prove that this is equivalent ratios na. They share multiplicative relationship. Like for example, we start at 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 8 to 16. In here, if I will multiply 1 and then here 2, if I will multiply 1 times 2, the answer is 2, right? Now, since I multiply it by 2, I should multiply here also by 2. Why? Because if we will not multiply here by 2, then it will not balance. Okay? So, we should multiply it both sides so that it will be balanced. So, in here, 2 times 2, that is 4, right? Next, we can multiply it by what number? So that the answer is 8, and that is 4. So if we multiply it by 4, we should multiply it here in the right side by 4. And that is 4 times 4 equals 16. Now we got this. 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 8 to 16, they are equivalent ratios. Equivalent ratios. Because they share multiplicative relationship. This means that when one quantity is changed, like in here, 1 changed to 2, the other quantities will change proportionately. That's why we have 4 here. And then here, we multiply it by 4, and then the answer is 8 here. And then we multiply it by 4 here. The answer is 16 here. The same as when we divide it. Okay, let's take the same example like here. What would be the number that we we divide so that the answer is 2? What number that we divide? That is 4. 8 divided by 4, then that is 2. So in here, since we divide it by 4, now we will divide it by 4 also. So that the answer is 4. Now look, what would be the number that I will divide it here so that the answer is 1? And that is, very good, that is 2. 2 divided 2, 1. And then here, that is 2. 4 divided 2, that is 2. So, see? 8 to 16, 2 to 4 is equivalent to 1 to 2. Or, we can say that 8 divided by 16, the answer is 0.5. 0.5. 2 divided by 4, or 2 over 4, that is 0.5. So, 0.5 equals to 0.5. And then, we know that 1 divided by 2 is equals to 0.5. And they are equal. That means that our 3 ratios are equivalent or equal. Or we can simply say that, for example, I have 3 pizzas here. Now, in the first pizza, I will cut it by half. And in the second pizza, I will cut it into 4 equal parts. And then in the third pizza, I will cut it into 6 equal parts. Now, in here, I will eat this part. So, I've got 1 over 2. And in here, I will take this part. So, I've got how many parts? That is 2 over 4. And in here, I'll take this part. And I've got 3 over 6. Even we look in this figure, they look similar, right? This is equivalent ratios. Why? Even the quantities change. If they share the same ratio, then that is equivalent ratios. So, this three quantities or three ratios are equivalent ratios. Okay, understood? Next, simplest form. Simplest form is the smallest possible equivalent ratio or fraction. Like for example, in the above example, we have 3 over 6 equals to 2 over 4 equals to 1/2. This 1/2 is the smallest possible equivalent ratio. So that means that this 1/2 is the simplest form of 3 over 6. Next. Proportion is a statement that two ratios are equal. Like for example, okay, wait. Like for example, we took the above example like 3 over 6 and then 2 over 4. If the two ratios are equal, then they are proportion. If they are equal, are they equal ratios? Yes, because 3 over 6, that is 0.5, and then 2 over 4, that is 0.5. Since they are equal, then they are called proportion. Now, if the product of the means equals to the product of the extremes, then you have a proportion. What does it mean? What does it mean by product? Product is the answer of multiplication. Now, what is means? Okay, like for example, in here, A to B equals to C to D. This part or the outside part are called the extremes. And the inside part is what you call the means. Or in fraction form, that is A over B equals to C over D. This A is what you call the extreme. B is the mean. C is the mean. And then D is the extreme. Now, let's take example. Like for example, 3 over, okay, wait. Let's do first the colon sign. Okay. 3 to 6 equals to 2 to 4. Now, we got this. Remember that if the product of the means, so meaning we will going to multiply 2 times 6 times 2, that is 12. And then 3 times 4, that is 12. They are the same. So that means that they are proportion. Again, if the product of the means equals to the product of the extremes, then you have a proportion. Right? Next, how about this in the fraction form? 3 over 6 equals to 2 over 4. Now, means times mean. Okay, so this is 6 times 2. That is 12. 6 and 2 are our means. And then 3 times 4 equals to 12. They are our extreme. So 12 equals to 12. They are similar, or we can call that as cross multiplication. And that's it. Proportion is a statement that two ratios are equal. And you know that if the product of the means equals to the product of the extremes, then you have a proportion. Okay, very good. You see, our ratio remains unchanged if we multiply or divide its term by the same number. Like for example, I have 1 over 3. If I will multiply 2 here, then the answer is 2 over 6. If I will multiply here by 6 here, this would be 12 over 36. These ratios are equivalent, or they are proportion, because even we multiply or divide its term by the same number, this is 2, 2, this is 6, 6, the ratio remains unchanged. Okay, so that's it. Next, Okay, for example, express each ratio in its simplest form. Now, 18 to 24. Again, what is the simplest form? Simplest form is the smallest number. What do you think the number that we can divide both 18 and 24? Okay, we can have, yes, we can have 2 here. So 18 divided by 2, that is 9. 2, 24 divided 2, that is 12. 9 to 12. Can we still make it smaller? Yes. And we can divide it by 3. And we got 3 to 4. Are there still number that we can divide here? No more. So the answer is, or the simplest form of 18 to 24 is 3 to 4. We can say that 18 to 24 is the same as 9 to 12. But this 9 to 12 is not it's not the simplest form, because we can still divide it, and that is the 3 to 4. Or we can say that 18 to 24, we can divide it by 6 directly, and the answer is 3 to 4. They're still the same. So that is the simplest form. Next, number 2. 27 to 9. Let's find what is the common factor. Okay, what is the common factor of 27 and 9? That is, okay, that's good. That is 9, 9. So, this is 27 divided 9. That is 3, 2, 1. So, this is now our simplest form. Next, 15 to 12. What is the simplest form? What is the common factor? That is, yes, that is 3. And then 15 divided 3, that is 5. 12 divided by 3, that is 4. And we got this simplest form. Next, find the missing number. Like here, 6 to 18 equals 1, 2, 3. In here, we know that 6 to 18 is the same as 1 to, we don't know. We know that 1 is smaller than 6, so we can divide here. What would be the number that we can divide so that the answer is 1? And that is 6. So in here, 6 divided 6 equals to 1. Since I divide here in the left side, now I'm going to divide it here. 6. So 18 divided 6 equals to, okay, very good, and that is 3. So the answer, the missing number here is 3. We can check if 3 is correct by multiplying the means, and that is 18, and then multiplying the extreme. This is 18. 18 is equals to 18. So they are proportion. So that means that your answer is correct. Next, number 2. 18 to 12. And then the missing number 2. Now, 2 is smaller than 12, so it means that we can divide here, and then let's find the number that we can divide by 12 so that our answer is 2, and that is, the number is 6. 12 divided 6 equals to 2. Now, let's do the same here. We are going to divide it by 6. 18 divided 6, and that is 3. So our answer is, here is 3. Next, letter C. 3 Okay, 3 to 7, and then this is 15 to, we don't know. Now 15 is bigger than 3, so that means that we multiply something in here so that the product would be 15. Now what would be the number? And that is 5. 3 times 5 equals 15, so we do the same in here. So that is times 5, and our answer is, okay, very good, that is 35. So the missing number is 35. Next, 8 to 3 equals, or equals, we don't know, and then 9. Okay, so in here 9 is bigger than 3. That means we multiply something in here so that our answer is 9. So what would be the number? And that is 3. 3 times 3 equals to 9. So we will do the same in here. We multiply it by 3. So 8 times 3 equals, okay, very good, that is 24. So our answer is 24. Okay, next, find the missing number. Okay, they're still the same, but I will show you another method, like in here. 6 to 18 equals to 1, 2. We don't know, or we can have that as x because we don't know. Now we will multiply the means, that is 18, right? So that would be 18 equals 6 times x, our extreme, and that is 6x. Let's find the value of x by eliminating 6 in here. So we will divide it by 6 so that we can get only x. Okay, so if we divide it by 6 in here, we will divide it by 6 here. So 18 divides 6, and that is 3. So our answer is 3. Or we can use the fraction form, that is 6 over 18 equals to 1 over x. Means times means, extremes times extreme. Now 18 times 1, that is 18, equals to 6 times x, that is 6x. The same also, 6, 6, and that is x equals to 3. So we got the answer. Number 2. 18 to 12. 18 to 12 equals, we don't know. Okay, again, we don't know, that is x to 2. Now we multiply this, that would be 12x equals to 18 times 2, and that is 36. And then let's eliminate 12 so that we got only x equals to, divided by 12, divided by 12, and that is, the answer is, very good, that is 3. So we have our answer here, 3. 3 to 2. Let's take the fraction form. 18 over 12 equals to x over 2. Multiply the means, that would be 12 times x, and then in here the extremes, 18 times 2, that is 36, and then eliminate 12 so that we got only x equals to, okay, so we got 3, the same. Next, letter C. 3 to 7 equals to 15 to x. 7 times 15, that is 105, equals to, multiply the extreme, that is 3x, eliminate 3 by dividing it, and then we got only x here, and then the answer is 35. Or in the fraction form, that is 3 over 7 equals to 15 over x. Now cross multiplication. So 3 times x, 3x equals to 7 times 15, that is 105 divided by 3. X equals to 35. So answer is 35. Next. Okay, sorry. Next, letter D. So 8 to 3 equals to x to 9. Multiply the means, that is 3x equals to 8 times 9, that is 72, divided by 3. The answer is, okay, that is 24. Next, 8 over 3 equals to x over 9. Let's do the cross multiplication, that is 3x equals to 72. We divide it by 3 so that we get x equals to 24. So our answer now is 24. Easy, right? Next. Quiz. So write each of the following ratios in the simplest form. Remember, simplest form is the smallest ratio. And then in here, complete the equivalent ratios. Get the missing part. And then here, word problem. Mr. Leo had 2 boxes of red pens and 5 boxes of blue pens. Each box contained 5 pieces of pens. Find the number of red pens Mr. Leo had. How many blue pens did Mr. Leo have? Find the ratio of the number of red pens to the number of blue pens. Find the ratio of the number of boxes of red pens to the number of boxes of blue pens. I hope you learned something in this video. See you in the next video. Bye. Miss you. Love, Teacher Rose.